Should you run your own store on Amazon or have us automate it for you? How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. On this channel, we go over everything related to Amazon FBA. We also own and operate an Amazon FBA automation company. So as you can see by the title of this video, we're going to be taking a look at, does it make more sense for you to manage and operate your own Amazon store, or does it make more sense to hire us to automate it for you? And there's definitely pros and cons to each, and that's what I want to go over in this video today. And there's really two big factors at play that I want to cover. The first one is time, and then the next one is the amount of money that you're going to be able to make. Those are really the two most important parts of this. And to start on with the time aspect of all this, again, if you do plan on running your own Amazon store, just know it is a full-time job. Sometimes I will see videos out there that kind of portray Amazon FBA in a light of a side hustle and whatnot, and it's just not the case, especially if you want to be successful at it. And that's another thing that goes hand in hand with the time. It's not something that you're going to be super profitable in right away, especially if you're getting into the wholesale model. If you're doing a OA or an RA, and what those mean are either you're going into stores like Walmart or Target or whatever it is, scanning products to send into Amazon, you can be pretty profitable on that up front. Again, you do have to get good at reading those listings and making sure you're selling on profitable listings and that price isn't going to drop, and all those factors that go into play. But that's something that you'll be a little bit more successful in up front. Definitely not the wholesale model. When you're getting started with wholesale, it's the whole reason why we even bring on clients and run the automation is when you're placing small orders with them, only a $30,000 or $40,000 purchase order, you're not going to get access to very good pricing. So just know that ahead of time, and you're going to have to be very specific on the listings that you're choosing to go on, and that takes a lot of analysis as well. The reason being, because you're not getting access to as cheap of pricing, you need to make sure that you're looking at those listings and making sure when you're sending in that inventory that price is going to a higher price than it's ever been at in the past. You're not going to be able to be very profitable at those lowest price those listings are at when you're just working with wholesale suppliers. So it is something that, one, it's a full-time job. It's going to take 8 hours a day at the minimum, even more than that, especially when you're first getting started, and it's also going to take you some time to be profitable. So just keep those things in mind, where again, with the automation route, it will take you some time to be profitable, right? Because we do charge an upfront service fee, and that's what you're gonna have to make back first before you start profiting. But you're not going to have that time where it's spent on you not getting great ROIs because of the pricing you're getting access to isn't good, right? You're going to immediately get access to the best pricing possible because we're spending so much with our suppliers on a monthly basis already. So you're jumping right into that, and you're going to be profitable out of the gate and be getting access to extremely cheap pricing. It's just a matter of how much are you spending on inventory to make that service fee back as soon as possible. And the other reason why our automation company makes so much sense for a lot of people is because they don't want to trade their time for money. They're looking to invest their money and get a return on that. So if that is something that you're interested in, at any point you can definitely book a call down below in the description to jump on a quick 30-minute Zoom call with me and see if you're a good fit for our automation company. But again, a lot of the clients that we have on are not clients that are very familiar with Amazon and how to operate and run a store. So because again, it's not their background, and they're just looking to put their money to work for them. So there's two different routes you can take. If you are someone that does have the time and is looking to set aside that time and knows that you're not going to be profitable right away in this model, then I definitely encourage you to go for it and start your own, Amazon store and run it yourself. And then the last part of it, how much money that you're going to be able to make. So of course, in the long run, right, running your own store, you're going to be able to make more money through it that way. However, signing on with our automation company, like I was saying, you're going to get access to great pricing right away. So hypothetically speaking, just to put this in perspective and as an example, if you're just getting started running your own store and you are going the wholesale route, let's say that you're getting a 10% ROI. That's what you're receiving because, again, you're just getting started. You're not placing that big of orders, and a 10% ROI at the beginning is actually pretty good. So let's say that that's what you are receiving. If you're on our automation company, we're going to be getting even though we are taking a split from your profits, that is true, we're also getting a much higher ROI because we're spending, 10x what you're going to be spending and even more than that. So we're getting access to much cheaper pricing. So in the end, it all turns out to be the same ROI, because after the split, we're getting a much higher, let's say we're getting a 25% ROI that we average on our stores. If you're taking 60 or 80% of that, depending upon which package you signed on to with us, you could be getting that 10% ROI, even higher than that. So you're also not spending any of the time running your store. So you can see where at the very beginning, it's why automation makes a lot of sense. However, on the flip side of that, of course, once you start building up and start scaling and you're spending those higher amounts, then you're going to keep increasing and increasing your ROI. And that's where I was talking about. In the long run, you're going to be able to make more money. Now, if you're getting a similar ROI that we're receiving, you're not having to cut any of that out in the profit split. So that's where, again, long term, absolutely the money that you can make from this would be in running your own store. But in the shorter term, it absolutely is going to be the automation route. I hope this video was helpful for anyone trying to decide between starting their own and having us run one. But let me know if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.